Hi guys, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for reaching out to me and for staying connected to me and for not shutting me out just yet or hitting mute. Have you hit mute on these videos so you're just... Because that's weird. Okay, you need to listen to what I have to say. Thank you so much for being a part of these videos. I really am so excited about what I'm offering you guys today and what this could mean for your life, for your year, for your family, for your birthday, for your Christmas, for your New Year's resolution, for your Easter, your resurrection, whatever season it is literally on the calendar. Could just be a new season for you. And it's so exciting. I was, however, in the grocery store the other day and I had a lady stop and she said, "Melissa Radke, what do you do? What do you have up your sleeve?" And I laughed and I thought, yeah, I wonder if people think that, like if people think, oh Lord, what is she doing? Is this some kind of like woo-woo weird? No, it's not. Okay, it's not like, hey, here's some Kool-Aid. I have some and you have some. Let's drink it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, you go first. It's not like that at all. It's really not. It's just me wanting to see you transform. Just transform. Just be better. Be healthier. Be wholer. Be happier. I want that transformation to happen for you and your friendships and your marriage. I want it to happen for your future, for your career, for your children, for your family. See, when transformation happens for you, let me tell you something. It happens all around you. It really does. Nothing ever really just affects us, right? It affects everything around us. So that's why when a house burns to the ground, so does the grass around it. So do the trees. Everything in that area looks dead because it's affected everything. Well, just like pain can do that. Here's beauty from ashes, everybody. That's the transformation. And I don't want you to think that transformation sounds good for her and it sounds good for her. Oh, I hope he finds that. I hope they find what they're looking for, but I'm just damaged goods. No, you're not. And if anybody told you you were damaged goods, they're wrong. They're very, very wrong. No, you're not. You were meant to live a life that is joyful and expectant. You are meant to live a life where you're doing what you love and where you're functioning at a high, successful rate, where your relationships are blooming and prospering. That's how you were meant to live. You're not damaged goods. There is no sticker that was stuck on you at birth that you were wrong and you're messed up. No, you're not. We just have to get you up. We just have to get you healthy again. And you know, this is one of those things where you don't have to, I don't know, climb Mount Everest. Lord forbid. You don't have to put on a backpack and climb Mount Everest and risk, you know, losing a nose or your toes to get a different perspective. You don't even have to go on a 21-day juice cleanse to cleanse out all the toxins in your body, though I have heard that's pretty good for you, but I've not done it. You don't have to do those things. You do have to do some hard work. I call it heart work. You do have to do that. And it won't always be easy. But man, will it be worth it. So how do we do that? What's next? Well, listen up. So before we go any further, we have to determine where we're at. Right? Remember the old math problems, the reading math problems that you had in grade school? If a car is going to get from point A to point B, but it travels at 5 miles at 60, I don't know. Trust me, I probably got it wrong. But you have to figure out where you're going. Certainly that's important, but where are you? You got to figure that out first. So we have to do our research. Where are you? Where did the breakdown happen? Where did everything fall apart? Was it on the day he walked out? Was it when the papers were signed? Was it when the adoption fell through? Was it when you lost your mother? Was it the day that they put him into hospice? Was it the day that you turned off the machines? What was it? Where did you break down? We have to figure that out before we can go anywhere. And it's so interesting to me The number of people that will have come up with something that should have helped that should have helped that pain. I'm not kidding you. The number of people, you may be guilty of it as well. I've been guilty of it, of this right here. Yeah, so that happened to me, and I just had to have a little me time. I went on a vacation, got me some beach time, soaked in the sun, and I came back, Melissa, and it just still was there. Or, so I was so brokenhearted, and then I met this new guy, and we got married, and I just thought that would really be the answer to all my problems, but yeah, it's really just, the hurt is still there. We had such a horrible time, and it was really so rocky from the start, and it was just breaking my heart, and we thought if we had children, it would really just help everything, but the pain is still there. Yeah, you think? You think? This isn't a situation. See, what's going on in your life, this isn't a situation that a little more coffee can cure. A massage once a month ought to do it. Some time at the Florida beaches, that ought to change you. This is not what this is. This is a breakdown of the heart. Scripture tells us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Let me explain that to you if you've never heard that before, or if that's kind of like weird terminology to you. It means stop fighting against the things that are not causing the problem. You're not fighting against the woman that took your husband. You're not fighting and wrestling against the weight. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. We wrestle against powers and principalities. We wrestle against our thought life. You want me to show you your biggest enemy? You want me to show you? Don't tell anybody I told you the secret. It's right here. Your biggest enemy is right here. That's what you're wrestling against, my friend. You're not wrestling against another woman, and you're not wrestling against a bank account, and you're not wrestling against those stubborn 40 pounds. You're wrestling, all of it is happening right here. And I want to help you with that. I want to shift it for you. I want to change it for you. I want to teach you about that. That's what you're wrestling against. And so if we can get you to realize that that's where you are, and you may say, you don't know my situation. You don't know how alone I am. There is probably nothing I haven't heard at this point. In one particular run of the course, we had over 600 women. I'm telling you, you are not alone. Your story, unfortunately, is probably not unique to you. There are ladies and men, there are college-age women and teenage girls who have taken this course with the exact same kind of problems with you. Maybe some slight minor differences here and there. But you are not alone, and pain is not unique to you. Trust me when I tell you this. You're not. Some of them even had your name. Yep. We had Ashley's and Linda's. We had Carol's and Morgan's. We had Jessica's and Amber's. We had Patricia's. We had women with your name and your pain and very, very similar stories. The only difference, actually, now that I think about it, is you and the woman who already took the course, is that the woman already took the course. Is that woman woke up one day, sat behind her computer, watched these videos, and just said, enough is enough is enough. I can't do it anymore. Coffee didn't do it. The beach vacation didn't do it. The girls' nights out, the drugs, the vodka, none of it worked. So I'll try this. And I'll start here. And I'll work on this. That's really the only difference between you and her. Was eventually enough was enough. And I really just want that for you. A couple of months ago, my mom woke up in the middle of the night with a very high fever. She was rushed into the hospital. My dad swooped her up and put her in the car and took her to the hospital because her fever just shot up out of nowhere. When she got to the hospital, they said, "How do you feel everywhere else?" And she said, "I don't feel very good, but I don't know what it could be." She said, "The only problem I've had is that for the last couple of days, my leg has been hurting." My mom had had some work done on her knee and it had gotten infected. And she had literally thought, "Oh, I've just got to work it out more, right? Just got to work it out more." But this infection literally overnight, just skyrocketed her fever. You could barely touch her leg. It was so swollen. The skin was so tight. It looked like you could just pop it. And she was like, "I can't," she was looking at her like, "I can't even believe this. This came out of nowhere." I barely had time to get the phone call, get on clothes, and get up there before she was out and they were wheeling her in for surgery. Doctors take infection very seriously. Well, they should. They should. See, that's what happens. One little thing gets infected and they know that before long it will infiltrate the entire system. Your fever will spike. You'll get nauseous. You'll get a sore throat. Your legs will become achy. Before you know it, worse things happen, and they've got to get in there and they've got to clean that out. I was thinking about my mom the other day when I was writing my notes for this, and how that can happen with us, right? Just a little root of bitterness. Yeah, I've had trouble forgiving, and that starts, all of that's infection. We've got to get that out. You know what can happen when that gets in your system and it's not cleaned out? I don't want that for you. I don't want you living the rest of your life in a waiting room, waiting to be wheeled into surgery. Let it start now. Let the cleaning out start now. Let the healing process start now. I'm telling you, with all my heart, I mean this when I say it. I wrote this course and I was thinking about you. Goofy videos are fun, okay? Don't get me wrong. I could not be like this serious all the time. I couldn't do it. Like, I love to laugh. It's just way too much a part of me. So if I get to do the stuff that means something to me like this, then I can make a French braid hair video or a makeup contouring video every now and then and just laugh my tail off. I hope you're okay with that. Throwing my kids in there as a cherry on the top. But this is the stuff that matters the most to me. This is the stuff that I feel like I was born to do, I went through it all for, was stuff like this. So I'm just really, really passionate about it. So let me tell you a little bit about the course, This Sucks, But God is Good. First of all, week 1 is called A Walk Through the Old Testament. I'm just kidding. It's not. I could barely even say that without laughing. No, you know what week 1 is called? Chips and queso. It's called chips and queso because I like chips and queso and I want you to feel like you're just sitting talking with me and we're just chatting over chips and queso. There probably won't be chips and queso because I would get that all in my teeth. And honestly, I spill something every single time. So there might not be that, but that's just kind of what it's like. It's just you and I, just gabbing, just girl talk. Now there's 6 different weeks, so therefore there are 6 different lessons or modules, we'll call them that. There's 6 different modules, and they're sent out to you one week, another the next week. You see how this pattern works? Another the next week, and you can do them 1 a week. Or you cannot do any of them until you have them all in your email box, and then you can just binge them like Netflix. You can do whatever you want, they're yours, okay? This is not like the library where you check out a book and then you have to turn it back in. This is like a Barnes & Noble. You buy it, it's yours. So once the video has come to you, it's yours forever, okay? But yeah, so there's these 6 modules and you can take your time. And if 1 week happens to be a little bit hard, take it slow, slow down, spend some time on it. There's gonna be some work. It's not gonna always be fun. There's going to be sometimes that you laugh with me, and there's going to be sometimes that you shout at me, and there's going to be sometimes that you love me, and there's going to be sometimes you hate me, and that's okay. As hard as they will be sometimes for you to watch, they were that hard for me to teach, but they were so worth it. They were worth it for Jovi and Linda, Aaron and Amanda and Trisha. They were with it for those women that I still know by name because they took the class and they were changed forever. They decided, they watched week 1 and they were like, no, I'm not sure. And then for just whatever reason, they just dove right in. And they said, enough is enough. I'm going all in. And they just went all in with me. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to walk it out with you. 6 modules just for you. We even broke them up into little bitty chunks because like who has, because I would say that like each module is about 4 hours long. I'm kidding. I'm making this sound terrible and it's not. It's really wonderful. No, each module is maybe, 45, 50 minutes long, maybe 40 minutes. And, but you're probably a mom or a college student or you work and you're a teacher or a nurse and who has time to just, of course I've got 45 minutes to sit down uninterrupted, give me a break. So we broke them down into little chunks so you can take a 10-minute here, a 5-minute there, or whatever. We're making it as easy as possible for you, girlfriend. All right? As easy as possible. But I'll be honest, there's gonna be some weeks when it's gonna be a little harder than others. And so you wanna make sure the kids have had a bath and they've gone to bed and the hubs is like snoring beside you, or you want to make sure that, Dancing with the Stars is already over or it's set to record and you can just focus on this because it's not always going to be easy and it's not always going to be fun, but it is always going to be worth it. So yeah, 6 lessons. Let's talk more about it. Okay, so you're teetering, right? You're like, okay, I'm thinking, I'm sussing it out. Okay, so let's talk for a minute about who the course is for and who it's not for. And then you can kind of see which camp you fall into and figure it out, okay? So this course is for my friend Kara. Well, she became my friend after she took the course. We corresponded with each other. Kara became a widow 3 months before she took the course. So Kara was already neck deep in some pretty high grief. She's young and beautiful too. It was unexpected. So she was already neck deep in some pretty significant grief. And she knew, look, I might as well face this head on and deal with this, or this is gonna overtake me. So it's for Kara. It's for my friend Veronica. So when Veronica joined the course, Veronica had lost relationship completely with her 2 daughters. Her 2 daughters had moved out of the home and were not speaking to their mother. The story there is deep and dark and sad, and Veronica was grieving. By the end of the course, the girls had not moved in, nor were they having family pictures made and gonna star on their own family reality TV show. However, they were talking to their mother. Their mother was talking to them. There was communication going on. The girls had come over for dinner. They had shared phone calls. Restoration was happening. Was it because I got with Veronica and we changed those girls? No, we worked on this with Veronica. We worked on this. We shifted some things. We began to look at some things differently. Yeah, this course is for Veronica. It's for the women who say, I've got to do it. I'm neck deep in grief. This pain is going nowhere fast and I've got to do something. Nothing else has worked and I've got to do something. So look out, world, because here I come. I'm buckling up. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but I'm ready because nothing else is working. That's who it's for. Who is it not for? It's not for the It's really not. I don't really even know any other way to put that. It's just not for the maybes. Sorta, kinda, I guess. It's just not for the meh. It's not. You're going to want to do this all the way. Haven't you done enough half-hearted? Trust me, if you thought that another cup of coffee was going to solve your problem, if you thought another Reese's peanut butter cup, guilty, was going to solve your issues, if you thought you were going to go to Destin for the week and your pain was going to, then you've already done the sorta approach, okay? Aren't you ready to go all in? Aren't you ready to do the thing? Aren't you ready for that? So yeah, it's for those people. And if it's not for you, if you're a meh right now, if you're a sorta, if you're a I don't know, if you're a maybe, if you're a I guess, we are still gonna be friends. We are still gonna see each other in the airport and we're gonna hug it out. I'm still gonna come to your town. I'm still gonna speak at some kind of event. You're gonna come and you're gonna stand in line and you're gonna meet me and we're gonna hug it out. And you're gonna say, I watched your videos, but I was only like, eh. And I'm gonna still hug you embarrassingly and for a long time. So we're still gonna be friends. Don't worry about it. But I'm just gonna give you a heads up. The day is gonna come when you're sick to death of the infection and you're gonna wanna clean it out. And when you do, I'll be here waiting on you, okay? But anyway, if you're one of those, it's for everybody else. Okay, so let's talk about what you get in the course, because this is the part that's really exciting to me, because it's just like shouting off a bunch of fancy things. Because we have tried to make this as easy as possible, because everybody has a super busy life, a super hectic life. I myself have one. So when we were creating this, I was like, dumb it down. Not because we're dumb, but because we're busy, all right? So the first thing is you're gonna get an email every single week for 6 weeks that says, good morning. I think it's on Monday, maybe it's on Tuesday. I don't know when it is. You're gonna get it once a week and it's gonna say, good morning. Your video is, module 4 is ready to be watched. And then you go to the membership site where you've been given a username and a password. You can make it to your choosing, whatever you decide. If you want to be like neon dancer, then decide you want to be a neon dancer. And then you tell it what you want it to you log in, username and password, and you watch the module, which as I told you, has been broken up into small bite-sized pieces, right? Small bite-sized pieces, that's good. Everybody likes bite-sized pieces. So that's the first thing. So we have a membership site and a username and password, and you can watch it right there. But if you live in your car, and if you say you don't live in your car, you are a big fat liar. I do not believe you. Everyone lives in their car. I live in my car. There's literally nothing my children need that I cannot say is in my car. You need a tomato? 3rd row back. I mean, everything's in there, y'all. I got lawn chairs, baseball bats, tomatoes. One time I found a block of Velveeta cheese. Don't know how that got in there, but anyway. Everybody lives in their car. So let's say you watch it on video one week, but the next week you're going to be traveling out of town. Then download the audio and listen to it in your car. I listen to audiobooks all the time. So this would be a great way to just plug it in and listen to it in your car. You can choose to do that if you'd like. We've made that available because everybody is busy. You can listen to it when your kid's in karate or your daughter's in piano lessons or whatever. So that's always a really cool thing. The other thing is we have module summaries. Now, I'm going to show you out of the little journal here that I've got. The module summary is just really, it's a write-up of what that week is going to look like. And you may think, why is that a big deal? Well, because some of them are a little bit lighter than others, and some of them are pretty deep. And you may want to know, when you read Module 2 Summary, The Walking Alive, and you read it, you may go, dear Lord, what is she going to be talking about this week? I got to put these kids to bed. And the module summary will help you realize, is this going to be a lighter one or a heavier one? Do you need to put kids to bed? Can you do it when they're like all running through the house? I mean, do you need to give 30 minutes or do you need to give an hour to it? I don't know. So module summaries are just kind of helpful. The other thing is, for the active listener, we have fill in the blanks. I myself, not so much an active listener, but my husband, total active listener. So like on Sundays when our pastor's talking and he's like, fill in the blank. I've never filled in one single blank, but he fills in all of them. So different strokes for different folks, but these have, they've even got it where you can fill in the blanks. It just sometimes makes it easier to follow along. The other thing, what is the other thing? Oh yes, the transcripts. So I go, really, why are y'all, this is the truth. I go, why are y'all doing transcripts? Why, if somebody can watch me, why would they want to read me? I mean, who would not want to, am I right? So who would not want to see this coming across the big screen? Why would they want to read my words? I literally was like fighting against that. And then I got on a plane and we were flying out of town, and my headphones would not work. And I threw my headphones on the floor of the plane and I said, dadgummit, I was listening to a podcast or a lesson. I said, if they would just literally have like a transcript of this, I could just stink and read it instead of having to wait until and David was like, really? Really? If they had just thought about transcribing her. So yeah. So anyway, we've done that as well. So, you know, I mean, if you want to transcribe it and read it, you know, when you're in the bathtub or in the bathroom, I mean, that's a thing, you know. Sometimes you need a little help, a little encouragement. I don't know. If you need to read it, we have the transcripts. Oh, and then we also have this thing where you can watch the video and the words are at the bottom, which again, I thought was like, okay, now we're just getting fancy and we're spoiling them. You know, we didn't need to spoil y'all. And so I was like, what in the world could that be about? But then one of the ladies that took the course said, right, but I like to listen to it at work. And then if my boss comes by, I just turn down the volume, but I just don't miss a thing that you say. And I'm like, oh, so it's so you can cheat your boss. Okay, great. That's awesome. Always glad to help. So anyway, so that's what that's for. Everybody happy that I figured out why that? Yeah, okay. So yeah, you get it on video. You get a membership site. You get a module summary. You get fill in the blank. You can get a complete transcript, and then you can get an audio transcript as I'm actually delivering. Y'all are spoilt. Y'all are just stinking spoilt. The only thing left is for me to just come to your house and just like tell you all this over cake and coffee, which if there's cake and coffee, probably could happen. I probably could make that happen. And now for a very important thing that I have to tell you. Your money back guarantee. And it's a threefold money back guarantee. The first one is this. We guarantee you that your life is about to change. And like I said before, it is not because I am the world's greatest teacher. I'm not entirely sure I'm this like town's greatest teacher. I'm not even sure I'm the best teacher in my neighborhood. But your life is going to change because God is in the business of changing lives. And he is dead set on changing yours. Your life is going to change. And number two, your world is going to change. Because rarely do I see someone change from the inside out, that it does not affect everyone and everything around them. Their relationships will bloom. Friendships will be rebuilt and reborn. Children will be amazed that their parent is healing and they're happy and they're whole. Your marriage that was taking a nosedive, you just watch it be transformed. That is the second thing. So you're changed and your world has changed. And then number three, if you just don't like, if I'm just too much for you, which I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the highest possibility of all, okay? That you just get into this and you're like, y'all, she's a lot. Okay, David's wanted his money back several times. Listen, you have 30 days. Get all your money back. You don't like me. You don't like my words. You don't like the teaching. You don't like how it makes you feel. Get your money back in 30 days. I'm serious. We'll give it to you. So like, I think at this point we've had a person and a half. I can't do math. We've had 0.003% of people want their money back. Just so you know, that's a pretty successful score. So, yeah, it's really very easy. Let us know within 30 days and it all comes back to you. And like I said, we just, we still hug it out. We still hug it out. So that's your threefold guarantee. This sucks, but God is good. It is not a fad. It's not a trend. It's not a crash diet. It's really not. It's life-changing. On the way up to shoot this video, I called David really quickly and I said, hey, have you left the house yet? He said, no. I said, okay, do me a favor. Go in the top of my closet and bring me, just go down the list of all of the books, because I have a bookshelf up there, and bring me all of the self-help books I've ever bought. And his reply was priceless. He said, I can't. You took the big car. Does that tell you anything? Does that tell you how many books I've read? How many shoes I've bought? How many times I've cut my hair or colored my hair? How many times I thought new earrings were the answer? No, there's still not one self-help book that I've ever read where that author knows my name. And there I sat, still broken. One of my favorite stories comes from a girl who took, one of the first times we offered this course, she took it. And she said that she was seeing a counselor at the time. And about week 3 of the course, she went in to see her counselor, and her counselor just said, I don't know what is going on with you, but you are opening up to me more than you ever have. It's just like a switch has been turned on inside of you, or, you know, can I ask what's going on? And she told him about the course. And he did not say, it would be best if you didn't do something like that while we're trying to work this out. He said, whatever you're doing, continue doing. Whatever this Melissa person is making you do, continue doing it. It lines up with our counseling. It lines up with what I'm trying to teach you. You're really she's pulling some things out of you, and you're having to do some hard work. And I'm so proud. I'm so excited about that. And I just loved that story, right? I've seen a counselor. I love counseling. I think it's a great and mighty tool. I really do. So if I see a counselor once a week at $100 for 50 minutes, that can get pretty pricey. But I think that this sucks, but God is good. It's just so worth it. It's not a fly-by-night. It's not a fad. It's not another self-help book that currently is in the top of my closet with that much dust on it. I kid you not. And so you can get 6 weeks of This Sucks But God Is Good for $47. $47 for 6 lessons, for module summaries and fill in the blanks, for active transcripts and all of the fancy little things that they can do now. And you can listen to me in your car so your whole family can hear me. And then they'll like toss you out as they're driving down the road. All that for $47. And I think it's a pretty bold statement, but I'm going to say it. I believe with God's help, it's $47 that truly will change your heart and your life forever. Oh my word, you're still watching me, so that last part did not scare you off. I am so glad. I'm shocked. I'm really, really happy. $47 for This Sucks But God Is Good for 6 weeks. You know, honestly, that comes out to what, roughly like $1 a day? Can I just tell you, and I'm not trying to be sappy, I believe that you are so much more than $1 a day. You're just worth so much more than $1 a day. I'm sorry if anybody ever told you you weren't even worth that. You are. You're worth so much more than that. So I hope that you will invest in this class. Now listen, every single thing that you're going to need, every question that you have is going to be answered by the time that we're done here. And even when we're done here, all of your questions are going to be answered as to where you sign up and how you fill in this and you give it your information. It's all right there. But let me just let you know, the course starts next Monday. Okay? So you don't finish here and then the course starts, okay? So calm down, Shirley. It gonna start, but it's not gonna start till next Monday. Did you hear me, Margaret? It does not start until next month. Somebody's gonna email me and say, I thought it started. No, you did not. No, you did not. It starts next Monday. And the last day to sign up is this Friday. This Friday, not the next Friday. And not the Friday that happens like tomorrow or tonight. This coming Friday, okay? I'm trying to not be confusing for y'all. You can't join after this Friday and it's gonna start on Monday. And don't get all testy, okay? My husband, the Attorney General, he is a man of laws and deadlines, y'all. I am whimsy and merriment and fun, okay? He is facts and figures and statistics. And when he says it's going to shut down on Friday, he is not kidding. Friday at midnight, it's going to shut down. And like if you ask me, well, can it go a little longer than Friday? I'd be like, yeah, girl, yeah. But if you ask him, he'd be like, no. And he's serious. So that's why we work so well together. So it ends this Friday night. Sign up, see your life change, and then let's get started on Monday. Let's get started. Let's just let your world change for the better and forever. I'm so glad that you're still here. Got a couple more things to say to you coming up right now. So here we are. We're at the end of all of this. I hope that you are seriously considering beginning the course, This Sucks, But God is Good. I want you to know that from the moment that you register, your name is sent to me, your first and last name. And I look you up on Facebook and I stalk you. No, I'm just kidding. Your name is sent to me, your first and last name, and I begin then, not a few days later, I begin right then praying for you by name. And I pray for you every single day for 6 weeks. And then after that 6 weeks, you're dead to me. That's a joke. Come on, lighten up, everybody. Some of you out there, you have family praying for you or a spouse that prays for you. And some of you, you've never had a single person pray your name. But I do. I will every day that you are in this course. I will pray for you by name. And I will pray that you get every penny you can out of it. That God reveals things to you and teaches you things, that you grow and move and change, and your perspective changes and it shifts, and you get healthy and whole, and you walk with your head back and your chest out. I'm going to pray that for you every single day. You are worth so much. And if somebody kicked you, get up. And if somebody told you you weren't worth anything, yes, you are. Don't believe them. Because you are. And so I'm going to say this next part to you, but I want you to lean in very closely, okay? I'm very serious when I say it. Some of you are not considering doing the course, and it has nothing to do with $47. You spend $47 when you take your kid to see a movie, okay? You spend $47 on a girls' night out. It's not about the $47 for you. It's because you're scared. You're scared of doing hard things. You're scared of looking yourself in the mirror and saying difficult things. You're scared of shifting your perspective, of changing your focus. You're scared that if you stop asking why, you may never get an answer. And if you start asking what, you may have to do some work. I understand. I was scared too. Don't be scared. You can do all that hard stuff. Did somebody tell you you couldn't? They didn't know you. They were wrong. You were made for hard stuff. You were made for transformation. You weren't made to be broken. You were made to be whole. You're missing out on life. And I want you to think long and hard about that. I want you to have the kind of life that you deserve. No more, no less. Full and happy and healthy and whole. And I want your kids and your grandkids, I want them to see you like that. And I want you to know that I'm praying for you, and I will continue to pray for you every single day that you take the course. This sucks, but God is good. We are only getting started. And I love you.